charm. It does have holes through the metal, so I could dangle something from it, and dangle something to make like a loop to hang it. I'm wondering if that's a really good stone or not, but regardless, it's just junk jewelry. So I'm not going to fret over that. I'm going to call this an embellishment because I think it works just nicely like that if you wanted to embellish something. Here is a broken piece with this big monstrous gem. I'm going to call this Charm Wannabe because I would break the rest of this off of here and use the stone. Okay, we have this little angel charm. It's already a charm dangle. Not my most favorite thing. So if somebody says they want it, I'm sure I can fit this in Happy Mail. But I will put it in the charm bucket, or I'll put it beside the charm bucket. Same with that letter S. I should have put there too. Because not that you want something with your own name on it, but oh look, I found some more of those little embellishments. There we go. Another. Oy. Do you remember this era? Oh, I can't even admit that I actually saw people wear these things. I never wore much jewelry, so and another blobby thing. I'll just put that in the charms for now, or charm wannabes. Here is another dangling earring, a great piece to use to make a dangle. There is no help for this. Yeah, it was that era. It's going in the weird stuff. Friendly plastic, I used to have a craft store back in the 90s, the late 80s, early 90s, and Friendly Plastic was a license to print money. I did very well in that era selling this stuff, and sadly it's just junk, but it's good for the weird pile. Okay, we've got this little it's like a black onyx. That I would say is embellishment or the center of a flower. This would be nice as the center of a red flower to make it sort of like poppy-ish. Another one of these square ones. Actually, here's a couple of these square ones. Here is a hook of sorts, and it's a starfish, and it's on a loop. Now, why would you have a loop? So you'd hang it on a nail, I guess? Okay, so that doesn't really go in the buckets. Unless you wanted to hang something from it off of your journal. I don't know. We could maybe bend this, but I think it would risk breaking. I'm just going to leave it out of the... It's like that bobby pin. Okay, here is a black bead off of an earring. It is dangling, so it goes into the charms and dangles. Here is a round one. Now, this one has a loop on the bottom of it. The only thing is if I go to take this post off, that loop is coming with it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's not... So I'm just going to say Charm Wannabe because it will eventually break. Here's a nice dangly piece already. Look at how pretty that is. That would make a really nice embellishment. Just like that, like a dangle. Very pretty. A soccer ball without a hole. Weird. Two more of these black things. And here's a piece of the elastic. So obviously it broke somewhere along the way. The elastic was probably just disintegrated. A lovely green blob, glass, multifaceted. Yeah, it's glass on a dangle, so ready to go. Here is a nice flat back beaded piece. I see embellishment. charm. This looks like it's a broken button. Yes, it's a plastic broken button. So I see Charm Wannabe on here. Now this is very orange, but it's my color. Lots of things going on here. I'll have fun with this one. I like that. So yeah, that's definitely going into the Dangles. All right, another flat back piece, Charm Wannabe. Here's a red brass piece on top of another brass piece. So that's already got the holes in it, ready to be a charm. Charm Wannabe. Wannabe, nothing. All these wannabes have no hooks on them. Or no ways to hook. So that's why we're going to make them into charms, which I'm going to show you. And this one, you could loop something through here, but it would be quite deep. It could work. Do you remember these earrings? They all had this enamel in here. I'm going to call it Wannabe. Now there's here's one of those stones for this white one. So now we're down to only needing one more stone. So I will leave that in there. Because if we can fix those two, then it's a little easier to disguise the other holes. Here's another one of these flat back pieces. I think I put one in here already, didn't I? Yes. No. Where did it go? I hope this isn't too boring for you guys to watch. Oh, here it is. It's in the Charm Wannabes. Okay, so I'm going to put that one in there too. Here is a little heart. Oh, it's a locket. Oh, yes, but it's missing the top loop. I would call that embellishment. Something like this, I would open it up, put a couple pictures in it, and I would glue it onto a page. I really should have a journal page here, shouldn't I? I would glue it onto a page, with other pretty embellishments or not onto a page, onto a journal cover. And so then maybe put a couple pictures in there and, dress it up a little bit more, and you have a nice collage piece. So you could have the pictures and some stuff like this and maybe one like that up at the top, kind of buried a little bit. It's just an idea right now. So there's possibilities there, or taking this away and now you glue that in there and you've got another embellishment. This might be too heavy. You might find something else in your stash. That would complement it, or even just like that, if you can imagine what it would look like that. So then you could put two pictures or something in there, and do some other stuff around it. So definitely going into the embellishment. Oh, look here's another piece here. So this one has it must have had a lanyard going through here, the metal lanyard, not lanyard. Is that what they call it? Look, things cowboys wear. I think it's a lanyard, right? And so this would have had a gold chain one that would have went through that. I used to do a lot of jewelry repair and stuff, so I kind of know these things. But there again, you add that, add in some beads and this other little piece down here, and you have a really pretty embellishment just by gluing this all down to the front of your journal. Yeah, this is getting exciting. I want to play now. Okay, here's another charm. Now this one is definitely missing the stone in the front. There's 4 prongs there and the stone is missing in the front, but that can be fixed with even those cheap, nasty, glass blobby things, these things. We all have a collection of these, or, the little scrapbooking ones that come on the strips, something like that. I would just break the prongs off and drop that in, and it's a charm ready to go. So I'm going to put that in the charms. Yeah, another nasty thing. All right, what do we got here? So we have a beaded earring here. It's kind of boring and plain, but it is an automatic dangle, so we'd have to dress it up a little bit, but it's doable. So more of these stones that have come off of these gems. I guess I'd have to just go around and glue them all back on. So I'm just going to put them into the Charm Wannabe pile. There's certainly lots of them. I think Hazel had a bunch of them too in hers. Okay, these are flat-backed black beads. Boy, I sure have lots of these. And same with these, eh? Yeah, I'm going to put this in the weird stuff because I have a plan. Now, here's a post. So it's a Charm Wannabe. It's missing one of these little rhinestones. Easy enough to fix. These are easy to find in other things, so it can be fixed. So Charm Wannabe. Ooh, here's another one of those blobby pieces here, like this one. So this must have been an earring. Yeah, I see that there's earring backs. So it's missing a stone here, but this, because it's so generic, you can put anything in there. So I've got one of these glass beads. I mean, it's not going to be a perfect fit, but oh yeah, it is a perfect fit. Look at that. So you can put that in there. You can put a pearl in there, a glass stone. So there's lots of things that you can glue in to fix that. So I'm not even going to put this in there, even though it is a perfect fit. I'm just going to stick it in the embellishments, knowing that I can fix it. And then there's more of these stones. I'm just going to throw them right into there. Yeah, here's another one. Another small one. Here's another one of those pieces. It's going in there. Oh, this is a very pretty little, it's a little glass. Probably came off of an earring or the inset of an earring. Maybe it came out of something. Is this another one? No, that's just a plain flat-back stone. But it would make a really pretty charm as well. So easy to fix that. Here's that other heart. Hole on the top, hole in the bottom, instant charm. Away you go. Here's another one. Here's another charm with a hole at the top. So easy to use that. An earring that dangles. Here's another one. So I have a pair of beads that dangle, so easy to turn those to charms. Here is a very long earring with multi-strands. So there's some chains and this long beads. I love this kind of stuff. This makes beautiful, beautiful tassels. So we will play with that as far as a dangle very easily. Here's another earring that it could make a really good ring if you have big fingers. It's not one of those that's, again, easy to use. It reminds me of this purple one that I showed you. They're just big and bulky. They're not easy to use. So I'm going to stick it in the weird pile as well, because there are things we can do with this. This is a little sewing machine. Who's working on a sewing journal? Brenda? I think you are. It's a little sewing charm. Now, it's missing the top, but it could be stitched on somewhere. I'll put that in the pile, Brenda. You can let me know. When we send out some Happy Mail, although it would not go through the Happy Mail that easily, but we'll figure something out. Here is a big globby black bead or stone that came off of something. Charm Wannabe. And here is a little tiny post earring. And these can easily be charms as well. It's once we start playing, you'll get it. These butterflies, this is like a little clip. I could leave it like that. It's kind of a fun, wacky thing. If you can see it. They're sparkly. They're on a spring, so you could actually even pull the spring longer I sure as heck wouldn't want to wear this as a hair clip though with that spring. I think probably the best thing would be to pull this right off of the little pin here. This little, it's like an alligator clip. Is that what it is? Yeah. The alligator clip would work to clip onto a page. But yeah, I think I'll just put it in with the, oh, excuse me, charm wannabes. Oh, why am I yawning? I did go to bed early. Now here's a necklace. Always keep your necklace parts. There's a great lobster claw right here just waiting for you to put a charm, a dangle on it so that it can be clipped onto something. On this side is a great piece of chain. Both of these have a spring that can be used. So I would definitely keep this for doing charms and dangles. And there is a little charm dangling from it. And it is, oh, it is part of this. Right? Somewhere. It's the same stone. The same materials. Oh, yes. Here we go. It would have went here. Well, isn't that too bad? But this is a great embellishment. And this we can still use as a charm because it's still got the loop and attached. So it might get used in something. So charm it is. One more earring here. This has a full earring back that needs to be pulled off or broken off of it. That will leave us a little kind of an arrow shaped little thing. Charm wannabe. Okay, we're getting down to the, how long have we been at this now? I can't see from here. We're getting down to the end. Okay. Candy couture. Yeah. I have no idea what to do with this other than to, if these weren't black stones, because some of them are missing, I would harvest them for the stones. There's nothing really here except to put it in the weird pile and then hopefully find something to do with it. Okay, here is a necklace that is made up of parts or a bracelet. No, I don't know. But it's made up of parts, and all of the parts have jump rings and things attached to them. So this is all pieces that can be used to make more charms. I mean, once we get down to the nitty gritty, this could just be taken apart and used as an embellishment, this larger piece. But, you know, we could charm it up. I'm sure we could come up with something. It looks like there's a few things that have broken off of it a little bit, but we will play with that in the charms. Here is a broken brooch, it looks like, or a pin of some kind. That's a big chunky thing. So to me, I again see an embellishment. You know, I'm just going to go back to this one for the sake of it, but you know, you can incorporate that somehow into it so that it's not so noticeable. You can add things around it to further enhance it, and the next thing you know, you've got a nice collage to go on the front of a journal. So into the embellishments it's going. Oh, what happened? Yeah, here's that other one. Wow, that's like a bullseye almost, isn't it? It's like, that's a chunky thing. But we're going to turn this into a charm. Here's something that's missing the stone, and it was definitely a big flat type of stone. So who knows, maybe we'll still find it. If not, you could, I mean, it's flat back, so we could turn this into a charm, and we could also turn it into an embellishment by cutting a piece of cardboard and working on this a little bit more. I'm going to stick this in the charm wannabes because there's some potential there. And this one looks fun. Ooh, look at this. This has got, okay, this must, yeah. Okay, this has got some really funky, it's like stone that's been all glued in, like a cluster of I don't know if you can even see. But because they're all individual, they would make some fun charms too. So I'm going to put that in the charm stash. Rings goes into the charms. We've seen this one before, into the charms. Here is a big blobby earring. Again, it's a clip-on, no hook, charm wannabe. Here is a purple blob with nothing on it, charm wannabe. Ooh, here's a nice fancy red one. This would actually be a beautiful embellishment too. Not that it's the same color, but it's it could be fun to play with. Yeah, I'm going to put it in embellishment. Here is a larger brass, no hook on it. This one was, it looks like it was a pendant of some kind. Yes, here's the top of it. So there is a hole here to dangle this from something. So it could also be an embellishment. It's quite flat, so it would work nicely as an embellishment. Need to find something for the center of that. I mean, that's not the best piece, but it's all I have right now. So it's kind of collagey to use as an embellishment. Ooh, that's a big one. This would fit into one of my really large flowers, and I see I have a match. I have a couple matches. Oh, yeah, I have a couple matches. That says embellishment to me. This actually says Thelma to me because I think she would probably like these. Let me know, Thelma. I'm going to put them in the Thelma pile next to the Brenda pile. Okay, here is a necklace with more chunky. Oh dear. Who actually wore this stuff? Okay, so the bead sits in here. It's like in this little nest. It's like an egg in a nest. Ah, yeah. Into the weird stuff. Okay, found another one of these butterfly things with the butterflies on springs. Weird stuff. Or charm wannabes. Oh, yeah. Going right to the weirds. And this is another chunky, but it could be a charm. Yeah, we could. You know, these beads are not the prettiest beads. Same with this one. But you know, if you really worked at it by adding either some of your glitter stickles, the glitter stuff, then you can really glam them up. Another option would be to cover them with paper napkins. You'd have to find a small enough design that would work, or tissue paper. They are doable. I'm still going to stick that in the weird stuff. And yeah, I'm putting that there too. They're just so big and chunky, right? They just don't fit in. It's that era. Okay, we've got this. It says GRG, Gerg. Or does it say? No, I don't know what it says. GRG, Gerg. Somebody help me out here if you know what it is. It's a charm of sorts, but it falls under weird because no explanation. Oh, this is, okay, another one of those things. Weird stuff. Here's one with an assortment of stones and missing stones. It's got that look of the abalone shell, but I think it's fake. The nice thing about this, though, is, again, the one here that's missing stuff, you can pour some of your stickles in there until it finally fills in, or you can find another little charm to put in there, or a little picture. So this is definitely good to play with as a dangle. It's got a broken, looks like it's a broken clasp. Oh, maybe it's not. So it could be used as a dangle off of like off of a book cover on the spine, with more stuff put in, or I would use these individually is probably most likely what I would do. Here's this little heart, and it's got a hole in it, so it's going into the charms. So if you took one or even two of these and you just dangle the heart from it, and then up on top here you dangle some beads, and you've got a really pretty little charm. So both of these are going into the charms. Makes me think of a wishbone, doesn't it? I don't know, like a chicken wishbone. I don't know why. But it's a charm. It's broken up here. It's weird. This is a very pretty, this is an earring. Can you believe that? I wonder if there's two of them. No, I don't think so. No, I don't see another one. But it's an earring. But this right away says embellishment. So I'm just going to pop the earring back off here. It's just a post, so it wouldn't take much to break it off. And it becomes an instant charm. Can we fit it with this elephant? Maybe not. No. But I'm sure we could find other things just in this little bucket of stuff here to tie in with it. Got a lot of owls and turtles. It's doable. I would put that in the embellishment pile because I can see. Ooh, maybe even with this. Let's find it again. Where did it go? Here it is. So you could add this into there and the two little hearts. Oh, maybe this thing again could be down here. Not my favorite. But it's doable. There's something coming there. Again, I hope I'm not boring you to death here. Another dangly thing that could be a charm. It looks like there's some little stones in here. Nothing significant to notice whether you're missing some or not. This looks like it's made out of 925 silver because there is a marking on the back here. I will have to further investigate it, but if it's 925 silver, silver's not worth very much right now. I think it's about $3 a gram. So it's not worth much, but they are on individual little links here. So it's possible to turn these into dangles. So for example, this one has the one loop, I guess, where the bracelet would have closed. So if you took it off of this next one, you'd have two loops here to dangle some beads from it. So you can turn this into multiple charms just by doing that. Or you can take them apart and have two or three pieces. So I would put this into the charms. This looks like a pair of charm wannabes. Another charm wannabe. Ooh, I like this one. This is an Asian coin of some kind. Ooh, I like that. Now, that's a fun one. That's going into the charms because there's lots of possibilities there. I also have this little Buddha. I think I'm just going to put him on my shelf. It's good to have a Buddha in your possession, and you're supposed to rub his belly for good luck. So let's hope we get some good luck. I'm going to have to keep that one out. Another charm wannabe. Another wannabe. Now these things, I'm going to go through them all because they're all missing a stone here or there. These, even though I'm calling them charm wannabes, they would be really nice centers of flowers. They really would be. So I could repair all of these and put them in my flower stash to use for centers. And there's a few more stones here. And a piece of glue. Okay, these black ones go into there. This looks like a crown almost, but it's not. It's some type of a closure or clasp. but would make a really cool embellishment, I think, on a journal. And going back to these pieces here, you could have something that's a little bit more regal looking. By adding this into there. Ooh, I'm liking that. And so there again, you know, it gives you just a little bit more of a collage thing going on, and it's fun. I do like these. We've got a few of these that I've put in with the charms to be charms, but I could see where something like this could be used in here as well. Okay, let's carry on. A double piece here that's like a dangle, so it goes into the charms, a big blobby thing. Yeah. Okay, this is a brooch. I wonder if it's broken. No, that seems to work pretty good. Oh, it's a very pretty brooch with a stone in it. So I'm not even going to keep this in this pile. This will go right into where I have my brooches. And I will use this, you know, pinned onto something on a journal. So that is out of here completely. Another one of these big blobby things. Here is another big blobby charm wannabe. This one has the possibility to dangle. Same with this earring, has the possibilities to dangle. This star can dangle. This earring piece here can dangle. It's on a little hook thing that would have to be broken off of it, but both of those would free up the 2 rings to dangle independently. Here's a heart with 2 holes to dangle. Here is something that's missing a stone and has 1 more stone here. So I would say that this would go into embellishments. It's flat, so I'm putting it in embellishments. Here's another one that is a flat back piece that I would put in embellishments. I wonder how that would work in here. Oh, getting better. Finding something that's a little bit more complementary. So yeah, getting closer to having something. Weird stuff. This is definitely a flower center. It's a clip-on earring, but you know, it's in good shape. The clip-on is gone. I would call this a flower center. I wouldn't even put it into any of these piles, so definitely going to be a flower. Love this filigree one. Let's see, 4 stones, 4. It's got all its stones, so it could fit again very nicely with all of these pieces. To create some type of a collage. So going into the embellishments. Wow. And what went wrong here, do you think? Yikes, there's so much of this stuff. Okay. This one is, it's flat enough and it could be a charm. This one, this is very interesting. It's some type of beading around. It looks like wow, looks very intense. But it could be a charm, definitely. I think there's a couple of little beads that are missing from here. If you can, but I think we could probably play around with this and turn it into a charm. Okay, getting down to the end here, here's another earring that is one of those clip-on earrings that is missing the back. So to me, it's already ready to be a flower center. So I'm not even going to put that in the stash. A little dangly bit, a couple more stones. Another one of these things that needs repair. Another one of those earrings. Another broken red blobby thing. So now we have a pair that could be turned into charms. A peace sign charm, not my thing, but if somebody does stuff with peace signs, leave a comment below because I will send it to you. I'll put that next to the angel there. A little heart earring that could have the post broken off. There's enough little holes in here that it could be a really nice charm. And here is a lock on a charm. or on an earring post. So we would just take this off and use it as a dangle. This looks like it's broken off of all of that stuff. It's really not significant enough to turn it into something, so I'm just going to put it in my weird stuff. Another dangly piece that's just needs a little bit more help. Another dangly piece that just needs a little bit more to it. You know, some of these things, like they start out... Oh, here's another one of those blobby beads. I'll just stick it in there. So they start out, you know, that they're this long, and you say, okay, well, if we added a few things to it. So then you add this earring to it, and you've got something that's a little bit more substantial, you know. So it's a matter of playing around to see what you can dangle from all of that stuff. So that will come in our next few. Since it's black, I've got this little lock thing. So that could be at the end of that. And the next thing, you know, I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm just giving you some ideas of how you can take 3 or 4 pieces and then all of a sudden turn it into a fancy charm. So that is what I have for today's round. So we've got a whole container of charm wannabes. Okay, they don't have any holes. They have no way to dangle them. You know, they need to be broken off of whatever they're on. So it's charms that want to be charms, or, you know, they want to be charms, the jewelry that wants to be charms. We have this whole bucket is definitely, you know, it's got possibility to hang it. We've got chain in here. We've got beads in here. So these are charms. They just need to be worked on. Some of them not so much. And this one is my going into my weird pile. It's going to be a while before I get to it. In fact, you know, there's so much stuff here that it may get put into a container and sent back to the thrift shop. I'm not sure yet. I do have lots and lots of stuff to work with as far as my weird area. So I will have to re-examine that one further. And then embellishments, well, there's not a lot that I would do with this stuff at this point, but I've given you ideas just by showing it. So I'd like to wait until I have a little bit more, and then maybe we would have sort of an embellishment day where we actually make some fun embellishments. So my main focus is going to be on easy to do charms and charm wannabes. That's my 2 areas. The rest of the stuff that's here is either going to be passed on to somebody or put somewhere else. I'm thinking Thelma will want these big chunky pearls. She would like these, I think. Right, Thelma? These little ones I'm keeping for my flowers. This one, I don't know. I think I'll just put it in the weird. I don't, unless somebody says they need a hook, but do speak up soon. Brenda, this looks like your little sewing machine, a little sewing machine. The Buddha is for me. If somebody likes angels, this little pin thing could be used for me. And if somebody likes a peace sign. So just leave comments below. But I'd like to know what it is you would like to work on first. Do you want to work on the charms first, or do you want to work on the charm wannabes? So leave comments below as to which one you'd like to work on. I hope this video hasn't gone too crazy. If I will wait till about, say, Friday. Friday will be the day that, you know, I'll wait for your response. So Friday will be the day, or no, let's say make it Saturday. I will announce on Saturday which one we're doing on the following Tuesday. So you can say we're either working on charms or charm wannabes. So you guys leave comments, and that will be the deciding factor as to which one we work with. If you are a collaborator, by all means, step right in and use the hashtag charms and dangles and get started with adding some videos of stuff you want to do. Start out by doing something like this where you show all the different pieces you got to work with and how you're going to work with them, and then give it a go. It's, you know, it's up to you. It's your channel, your subscribers, whatever you want. But if you want to participate, please do use the hashtag charms and dangles, and give me the heads up that you're doing this so that I can refer people on to you. Even though I've only got 2 buckets here, I have no shortage of jewelry. And so we will be adding on different segments as we go along, as I go through the jewelry stuff. So there is going to be another Thrifty Canucks video on Thursday, and whatever jewelry in there, we will automatically decide what we're doing with it so that we get it used up. So I will look at the jewelry, decide what it is, and it'll either go into this bucket, or a new bucket. So we will start making jewelry things. And if we run out of jewelry before we get to do things like window dressings and other tassels and stuff, trust me, I will bring some jewelry out to work on and baubles and bits, because there's no shortage of that stuff. But for right now, this is your two choices: wannabes or charms. Bring it on, and we will play with it next week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some value out of this and some fun ideas just on what you've seen. And stay tuned. I'm not sure if I will have a happy mail video tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. I got to go to the mailbox to see. If I only have the 2 envelopes, I will save them till later on in the week and do a happy mail when I have more. But I will definitely be sending those envelopes out. Thursday is Thrifty Canucks. Friday is a follow-up day. And then Saturday, we're getting into arm's length art, but I don't know what I'm doing on Saturday. So we'll wait and see. Have yourself a very creative day and a creative week. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye for now.